Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and another installment of our Kitchen Reno series. Today we are jumping right into it. We are going to build some Ikea cabinets and fill up this wall that you see here with brand new cabinets that we can start to put some stuff away in. My name is Danielle, this is my channel. I am a mom, I have 2 little boys, I am a wife, I am a registered nurse. And right now we are doing some renos to make our home more functional and more our style. So if you've missed them, there's 4 other videos, I believe, before this, kind of outlining how we've gotten to this point, because this has been a major reno and major change to our house. So we've done a few steps before this. So now what we're doing is we're going to be building the cabinets that are going to go on this wall, because that's the space we have right now to start with. This hole in the ground was the hole for our laundry chute. The house came with a laundry chute that was built into a cupboard. Sadly, the way our new design is, we will no longer be able to make use of this laundry chute. And I say sadly because even though it seemed weird at first to have a laundry chute in my kitchen, it was hidden away, so if you didn't know to look for it, then you didn't know it was there. And it was such a handy spot to keep my towels until I was ready to wash them. So we've lost that, but such is life. Now, we've taken down a number of walls, and so Andrew's going through here and putting down some self-leveling compound, and this is going to just help level out those spaces. For the most part, where the walls are that we took out, they're pretty much going to be under cabinets or very close to cabinets, so not likely spots you would walk. So we are laying it on a little bit thicker than they suggest. I think you're supposed to do pretty thin coats and let it dry in between. We went a little bit thicker and we put a fan on it to try and dry it a little bit faster. But we're not worried about it being absolutely 100% perfect, because it's not likely going to be high or low traffic-y areas. So really this is just so that when we put our new floorboards over top, we don't have these big gaps underneath. The power is off, so there's no lights in here, but I wanted to do a quick update to show you where we're at. So the window is down to just 1 window instead of 2. We've got some cabinets built, and they are going to go right here. We had to cover up our laundry chute. Sad day. We're going to get them mounted here. We just have to cover up that outlet there because it's not going to be used anymore. And once we get those lowers in, we're going to build the uppers and put them there. The fridge has been moved over to its new location, and once the new outlet is in for that, then we will put our cabinets above there, and that part will be done. We just have to put the board along the back there. We have, what else? I think that's pretty much it. You can see Andrew was just putting some self-leveling compound in areas where there was previously wall, so that when we go to put our new floor over top, it's not going over big gaps. So that's kind of the update, and we'll video us putting our cabinets in. I mentioned in my last video that once you've put together one IKEA kitchen cabinet, you can do them very easily. They're all very similar. The instructions are very easy to follow along with. And this kind of became my job. I was building these cupboards. Andrew was doing some other stuff in the kitchen, which I think you'll see in a minute. But for most of the renovation, I built most of the cupboards and drawers. And then Andrew would take them to the wall and hang them up and secure them. And that's kind of how we shared the work. But like I said, these are really simple to do. You really don't need to be handy. I'd like to consider myself somewhat handy, but I'm certainly not as handy as Andrew. And these were no problem for me to do. You will have some leftover hardware. We have an entire drawer right now of leftover hardware from all the different boxes of cabinets and drawers and drawer fronts and all of that, which is fine. I'd rather have too much than run out because our nearest IKEA is an hour away from us. And we had these rails. You saw at the beginning of the video that we had mounted one to the wall. And so the rails are so that you can easily attach your cupboards to the wall so that they're secure. So we went ahead and did this for our bottom cupboards. And then afterwards, when we were going through all of our items in the basement, we realized we only got enough rails to do our top cupboards, which is the cupboard above our fridge and then the 3 cupboards that are going to go on this wall up top. But we really liked the rail system. We didn't want to drill these right into the studs, and we certainly didn't want to leave things freestanding. And of course, we need them for the uppers because there's no other real good way to attach them. So I don't think it was this day. I think it was actually, I think this was maybe a Friday, and I think it was the Saturday the next day. We did make that hour drive all the way to the closest IKEA. We kind of made it a little family trip. We got the kids' supper there. We let them check out the kids' area. And then we got a few things that we needed for the kitchen. It did delay us a little bit. You know, when you kind of get into the zone and you're getting things done and you're really pleased with your progress, and then you realize that you forgot something and you feel kind of just like defeated in a way, almost like you're like, well, I don't even want to do this anymore. So that was kind of how we were feeling that day. But then we decided, you know what, that's fine. We'll suck it up, we'll make the drive, we'll get the part, and then we'll continue. And I'm really glad we did because it only took us, once we got it home, well, you'll see in this video, once we got home from IKEA that day, we were able to get most of the stuff up that night. It really didn't take us that long, and then we did sort of the finishing touches the next day. So that is the nice thing about IKEA, pretty much any furniture, I would guess. Although we don't live close to one particularly, if we were going with like custom cabinets or we were going through a specific company and we were missing a piece, especially on a weekend, we probably wouldn't be able to just go drive an hour and pick it up, let alone drive anywhere to pick it up. We'd probably have to wait. It would probably need to be ordered and then delivered. And so I think all things considered, again, that's kind of another point in the IKEA column in the sense that if you are missing anything or you change your mind or really any kind of circumstance, it's very easy to go find a store and get what it is that you're looking for. While I was working on building those cabinets, Andrew was going ahead and doing some plastering on the ceiling there. We were trying to think what areas would be hard to sort of touch up and finish once those cupboards were on the wall. And we thought this area, it would be easy if we could just do it now while there's no upper cupboards hanging on that wall there. So he was going ahead and doing this. I mentioned earlier that we had no power. That's because our electrician was working in our basement. So we were doing things by the light outside and by our headlamps.
Okay, here we go. Oliver's been building a kitchen. Oliver, can you give Daddy a tour of the kitchen? Show me all the different stuff you've been working on. So what is that? Can you explain it to me? It's a kitchen? What part of the kitchen are you in right now? Oh, you're building that there? What do those do?
To put screwdrivers in them.
You put screwdrivers in them? Yeah. How long is it gonna take you to finish your kitchen?
For 4 seconds.
4 seconds? Wow, I wish I was as fast as you. Where are you gonna eat when you're done your kitchen? Where are you guys gonna have your foodies? Down there?
Yeah.
And where is your stove gonna go? Up there? And what's the first food you're gonna make in your new kitchen?
Pasta.
Pasta? Give me 5. I'm excited to try it out when you're all done. Should be done in 4 seconds, right?
I need help putting it.
Okay, Daddy help you?
So this is after we've gone to Ikea and made it back home and the kids are in bed. And so Andrew cut the rail piece there so it would fit the length that we needed. And we got it installed. And again, between him cutting it and us installing it, it was probably maybe 10, 15 minutes tops. Obviously, putting the cupboards onto it took a little bit longer, but this is so simple. We have a laser level, so it really takes all the guesswork out of what you're doing. And I've mentioned this in videos before. Ikea has really taken a lot of the guesswork out of putting together your own kitchen. You can tell they've done this for hundreds and hundreds of people, I'm sure thousands of people, maybe millions of people. And also, along with our laser level, just using our regular levels to make sure that everything matched up, everything was nice and straight and square and good to go before we screwed everything together and really secured it. This was probably around the point where I was starting to get really excited because we were adding the shelves into the cupboards and they were up on the wall and I could see the kitchen coming together. Even if it was just a little bit, it was giving me a glimpse of why we were doing all this hard work. And not only that, but I was thinking, oh my goodness, there's so many things that have been sitting on the floor for the last few weeks that I can get up into their new home. So this was a really exciting moment for us. And this is Andrew opening the very first cupboard door that we were going to be installing. Similar to the cupboards, the cupboard doors, Andrew struggled with this one a little bit. Again, this was the first one we had to put together. They're not hard to do. They're just tight, so they're a little hard to push in. But again, once you figure it out and do it once, it's really simple to keep doing it. And these are soft close doors. We have soft close doors and soft close drawers, which are great to have with kids because sometimes they open and close things really hard. So it's nice to know they're not going to slam and then chip and break or anything like that. As well, the Ikea doors come with 2 little rubber dots that you put on the actual cabinet so that when you do close the door, it's not like that melamine slamming onto the melamine. You're getting a little bit of a barrier in between to cushion. So they've thought of everything, guys.
We're going exploring. Tell me if you can see a wire in there.
Yeah.
Oh, it is in the same channel. Sweet. Sweet. Okay, let's see where I'm at here. Show me a yellow wire. It's right there. All right, investigation. Here we go. Let's see.
Oh, I see it.
It's down. It's down.
Here, let me see.
Oh yeah, baby. 3 runs. Woo!
I wanted to share that little bit of electrical work that Andrew was doing. So this wall that we're building on right now previously just housed a couple cupboards and our fridge. It's going to be a little more functional for us. Originally, I really wanted to have an appliance garage there. And if you don't know what an appliance garage is, it's a spot where you can put all your appliances, but you can kind of close a door so that you can't see them. But just the way our kitchen is, it was too long but too narrow to actually be able to put a door. So now I'm calling it my appliance carport. But in order to be able to have our appliances over there and not have to move them to use them, because I don't want to take that extra step every time I need to use something, we needed to run more outlets there. We have a new panel now, so we've got room, so we were able to add more outlets. So what we were doing was Andrew was just running the wire through the wall up to the kitchen and then to where the panel is in the basement. And then I forget how long after this, our electrician came back and hooked everything up for us. So we now have 3 dedicated outlets on that wall specifically for the appliances that are going to be on that counter. And they will get to live there, not need to be moved. They can be used right where they're sitting so that they're always plugged in and ready to go. And that's just going to make our life a little bit easier. Now this is a bit of an interesting story. So you can see, yes, we are cutting some shelving. And what you didn't see in this video was that Andrew had actually cut the middle cabinet that is on the bottom of the unit that's on the wall. He did this because at our time of ordering our cupboards, they did not have the depth of the size cupboard we needed to go in the middle. So we ordered a bigger depth for that middle cupboard, and then he cut it to fit the proper depth and then cut the shelves as well. So we were able to make our own custom unit based on what was available. Usually you can get that size of middle cupboard to fit in that space, but I think just with backlog with COVID and everything that's happened, we couldn't get it at that time. So we thought, no big deal, we will just make our own. And my husband is a genius and he can do things like that. So that was a really simple fix for us. And just like that, our cabinets are done on that wall anyways. I'm so excited. Stay tuned. We're gonna keep building out this kitchen. I'm excited to share more with you. I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one.